No, I'm not gonna do any more Rachel Zegler videos. She's so played out. Greetings and salutations, pop culture geeks. Welcome to Geek Mind Media, the channel that rants about pop culture so you don't have to. With all the new movies hitting the theaters this summer, I'd normally have a few witty yet slightly cynical movie reviews for you, but recently, something's really been frosting my cupcakes, and it of course has something to do with Disney, or whatever the inept organization is that has taken over the Walt Disney Company and is currently driving it into the side of a cliff. So instead, we're about to follow the white rabbit of pop culture news down the old rabbit hole, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button if this video tickles your fancy. If it tickles anything else, well, you keep that to yourself. As far back as I can remember, I've always enjoyed experiencing the magic and wonder of a Disney theme park. In my case, as a California kid, it was Disneyland, the OG that started it all and bears Walt Disney's personal signature in its whimsical attractions and theming. For decades, Disney parks have stood as a beacon of joy and escapism for thousands, heck millions of children and children at heart that have come to play in Walt's park. Recently, however, a dark and mysterious cloud has settled over the Magic Kingdoms and threatens to destroy forever that which Walt has built. Of course, I'm talking about the slew of unpopular changes to the Walt Disney World. We're talking about the elimination of the Magical Express, the swapping of the epic Maelstrom attraction for the banal IP of Frozen, the elimination of Muppets Courtyard and Muppet Vision 3D, the last remaining work personally overseen by the visionary Jim Henson. But perhaps no change is met with as much outrage as the complete and inexplicable destruction of Rivers of America and the Liberty Belle riverboat that sailed them. According to an article by That Park Place, Disney has wasted no time in dismantling the Liberty Belle and Tom Sawyer's Island at the Magic Kingdom to make way for a new Cars-themed land to be called Piston Peak National Park. The land is reportedly inspired by the Planes Fire and Rescue spin-off of the Cars franchise. Just why Disney would choose to shutter an iconic and historic landmark of WDW in favor of a land themed on an underperforming spin-off movie is beyond me, but hey, are we surprised? Adding insult to uncreative injury is the fact that the proposed land is obviously just a lazy rebranding of the Rivers of America. This type of lazy Imagineering has become rather typical in modern Disney and is quite frankly a symptom of a larger problem, namely the destruction of the Disney legacy. Whether it be Disneyland or Walt Disney World, Walt Disney's personal signature is seen in these parks and in the lands and attractions that he envisioned and designed. From the inspiration of his childhood home in Marceline, Missouri, to the high Matterhorn peak inspired by the True Life Adventure series that he pioneered in the early days of television, Walt Disney's spirit is felt in these attractions and conveys his legacy of bringing joy to millions of guests. Paving over the Rivers of America just to plaster it over with a 10-year-old franchise is a slap in the face of that legacy and a disrespect to millions of fans. Now I get it. The Rivers of America, at least in Florida, has become a little, shall we say, haggard over the years. But that doesn't mean they couldn't have taken a little of that Frozen money and spruced the place up to its glory days. And before you bring up Walt's quote of his theme parks never being finished as long as there's imagination left in the world, I somehow think that he would have liked this particular attraction to be left alone. Personally, I think Disney is running a risk by altering the foundational landscape of Walt Disney World and indirectly the legacy of its founder. Now I'll admit, I've never been to Walt Disney World. I'm a West Coast kid. Disneyland is my stomping grounds. But I know if someone threatened to dismantle our Rivers of America, people would be chaining themselves to the Mark Twain riverboat in protest. But I guess that's bound to happen when you pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
He said it! He said it!
Let me know what you think of this Disney drama in the comments. Is it a big deal, or am I just making much ado about Disney? Thanks for sticking around to hear me out, and until the next video, you keep it nerdy. Take care.